welcome to yoga. We are going to have a bit of a back class today. So let's get ourselves laying down, but have yourself a cushion or something like that available. We're going to go for an open through the front body. That's going to be the plan to start with. So find a comfortable position, pop the cushion or whatever you've got, a soft block, maybe a bolster, whatever it is, and lay yourself down on top of it. The point here is to open up through the front body. If you're sensitive in the lower back, keep the feet flat, maybe take them wide and let the knees just drop in. Okay, so lots of options for you here. But the essence is, can you just feel comfortable? That's what I want for you. Okay, so you can take your hands either down by the side of you, allow those shoulders just to drop back, have that really nice openness through the chest, or you can take the hands to the tummy if that feels a little bit more secure. It's entirely up to you. But we're just going to hang here for a moment and we're going to work through some even breathing. As a reminder, if my pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own. So here we go. Let's get started. Take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking a moment as the breath relaxes back into its normal pattern, just to set yourself an intention for today's practice. Find that intention, hold it in your mind's eye. Settling in with the breath, feeling that relaxation moving across the body, creating weight through the feet, the hips, the shoulders, and into the mat. So when you're ready, just slowly roll on to your left side and remove that cushion from underneath you. And then roll back onto your back. Just going to bring those knees in towards the chest. Allow the full length of the spine to touch down on the mat. So thinking here about pushing through the heels, thinking about the sit bones moving towards the front wall, imagining the tailbone touching down onto the mat, and then allowing the shoulders to be back and down, creating space across the chest, and then just draw the chin slightly in towards the chest, just to get the little bit of extra length through the neck. Just holding it here, breathing slowly, smoothly, finding that stretch all the way down into that lower back. And then opening the arms nice and wide, perhaps using a bolster or a cushion as you take those knees down towards the right side. We don't want to overextend at this point. Well, we never want to overextend, to be honest, but we want to really ease our body in. So finding that small twist, using blocks or cushions to bring the floor up towards you, and then maybe taking the gaze over those left fingertips. Noticing if you're holding tension anywhere in the body. If you are, draw your attention to it and then start to send your breath there. Using those exhales to way further down into the mat. Using core strength or using your hands, bring the knees back up to center. Moving the cushion, bolster or block or nothing at all, depending on how you're feeling, over to the other side and then drop those knees down to the left. At this point, you can take the gaze over those right fingertips. Breathing slowly and fully, finding those full exhales and those full inhales. And then again, core or bring your hands to your knees, bringing those knees back up to center. Going to draw both knees in towards the body. Give yourself a lovely long stretch, laying that tailbone down. Nice long spine. And then place the hands to the knees. We're going to push those knees away. Core is engaged as we push the knees away. Take those knees wide and bring them back around again. Find those nice hip circles. Push through the heels as you send those knees away. The lower the legs, the harder the core is going to have to work. And then taking it in the other direction. Knees come wide, push those legs away. Maybe one direction feels a little bit smoother, maybe a little bit easier than the other. Something to notice. All the while, lower back pushing down into the mat, core engaged. And then draw those knees back in. Push through the heels, keep those shoulders back and down, find openness through the chest. Laying that tailbone all the way down, dip the chin to chest, lengthen through the neck. And then we're going to rock and roll on the spine. Take your time here. There's no rush. It's a transition, but it's one that should be enjoyed. When you're ready, you can cross those ankles, come into a table position. We're going to just set ourselves up. So place the hands down, spread through the fingertips. Fingertips, webbing of the fingers. Spread through the fingers. Push through the hands. We're going to just allow the shoulder blades to spread. The hips are over the top of the knees. We're going to find ourselves into some cat-cows. As we take an inhale, we're going to take the gaze to the ceiling, open through the throat, belly drops towards the mat. And then as we exhale, we're going to round through the spine, taking that movement from the pelvis. Each time we make that movement through cat-cow, we're going to take that movement from the pelvis. And then your options here, just to start to rock over the wrists and then come further back, perhaps into a more of a child's pose. Using the opportunity, you can start to bend through the elbows and just finding that movement through the spine. Little challenge if you've been doing that, can you do it in the opposite direction? I certainly find that a little bit more challenging. When you're ready, meet me back in table, no rush. And then we're going to start to take some circular motions with that spine. So we're going to drop down through the elbows. We rock from one knee to the other. And just slowly, carefully, just start to find that fluid movement through that upper body. And then taking it in the other direction. There's no rush, there's no right or wrong. Just really honoring what your body is wanting from you right now. Okay, and then coming back towards your table when you are ready. Okay, from here, we're going to just extend that right leg away. Push through the heel. Draw that right hip down so it's in line with the left. If you want a little bit of core work, tuck the toe and hover that left knee. You're having to work a little bit harder through the core. That's your option. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then drop that left knee down. We're going to take the left foot as a kickstand, right foot comes flat. Find a gate pose as you open through that side body. Reaching fingertips towards that front wall. Push down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. Open through that front body, through that side body. As you start to squeeze the glutes. And then placing that right hand flat, bring that right knee back in. We're going to take the feet together, take the knees as wide as the mat, sink yourself down into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands away from you. Lengthen that spine, imagining the crown of the head reaching towards the front of the mat. And then if you've spidered up those fingertips, push down through the fingertips to really think about the sit bones moving towards that back wall. Take the forehead down to lengthen through the neck. I'm going to walk the hands over to the right hand side. Left hand places on right. Drop into that left shoulder slightly. Push down through the right hand to get the bottom back on towards the heels. Neck is relaxed, breath is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Just check in with the body. Walking the hands through center over to the left hand side. Right hand places on left. Drop into that right shoulder slightly and then push down through that left hand to edge back on towards that right heel. Bringing the hands back through center. Come back in towards your table. Set yourself back up again. All right, from here, we're going to extend that left leg away, push through the heel. If you're happy here, perfect. If you want a little bit of core work, tuck the toes and then hover that right knee. Lengthening through the back of that left leg, drawing the core under. If that right knee is lifted, you have no choice but to draw the core under. Hands push down, separate, cross the shoulders. And then the right knee comes down. Use the right foot as a kickstand. Left leg is going to come long. Bring that left arm all the way past that left ear. Reaching towards the front wall. Pushing that pinky edge side of that left foot down into the mat. Start to squeeze the glutes to open through the front body, side body. Open through the throat, but keep control of the neck still. Breathing here. And then left hand's going to come down and the left knee comes back in. Find our cat-cow one more time. Take an inhale, take a gaze high, drop the tummy. As we exhale, round through the spine, taking that movement from the pelvis. Working your way through your cat-cow. Maybe they're slightly deeper movements this time. Maybe they're not, doesn't matter. But just noticing. And then when you're ready, pausing back in your table. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to engage through the core and lift the knees, hovering here in our hovered table. Going to send the chest back towards the thighs. Sink down in towards the heels. Allow those knees to hover, and the underside of the feet are getting a lovely stretch. We're going to start to float the bottom up towards the ceiling. And then once we're there, take your time as you pedal out through the heels. Wiggle through the bottom, releasing any tension in that lower back. Neck is nice and relaxed. And then when you're ready, plant those feet down nice and securely. You're going to take the right hand towards that left ankle. Maybe it reaches, maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, just place it towards that right foot. It doesn't matter where it gets to. Just going to draw that right chest round to the left side. None of that was right. And then take a moment here. Switch out, right hand comes back down. This time around, the left hand is going to move towards the right ankle or towards that right side. Using, if you have got a hold of the ankle, start to use the ankle to bring the chest round to the right. And then left hand is going to come back down, pedal out the heels. Take the knees back down again. Find yourself in a hovered table, not in a hovered table, just in a table. From here, we're going to take the hand to the outside of the head. I'm going to face you this direction so you can see. Hand comes to the outside of the head. We're going to open the chest towards the ceiling. Right elbow lifts. Draw that right elbow across to the left side and then open back up again. We're going to go for 5 and open, for 4 and open, for 3 and open, for 2 and open, and for 1. We're going to open here, extend that right hand up towards the ceiling. And as we're opening towards the ceiling, take the gaze there too if it feels good. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring that right arm, slide it underneath the left, come to rest on top of that right shoulder, extend that left arm away. Coming into our thread the needle, we're going to extend the left leg away too, if that's what you want to do. There's no pressure if you want to keep that left knee down. Keep that neck nice and relaxed. If you notice that you have stopped breathing, or if you are gripping through the teeth, through the jaw, then just come back out and make an adjustment. Okay, left knee comes back in. Bring the left hand down to push through the hand and come back out again. Into your table one more time. All right, this time round, we're going to take that left hand to the outside of the head, just behind the head. And we're going to open to the left, draw the left elbow across to the right, and then open out. We're going to go for 2 and open, for 3 and open, for 4 and open, for 5 and open. This time round, left arm is going to lift. Take the gaze up towards the fingertips or just round to the left hand side, whatever feels good. Keep breathing. And then left hand is going to come underneath the right to kind of rest on top of that left shoulder. And if you want to extend the right leg away, then you can. Right knee comes in, push down through that right hand, find yourself back into your table one more time. Let's go back through our cat-cows. Take an inhale, lift the gaze to the ceiling, drop the tummy. As we exhale, round through the spine, taking that movement again from the pelvis. Maybe it'll rock over the wrists, maybe not. Starting to just move through, maybe over the knees, maybe moving more into a child's pose each time. Just finding that fluid movement through the spine. Giving yourself an opportunity to settle back in table when you are ready. From here, tucking the toes, push through the hands, bring the chest to thighs, find yourself back in your down dog, and then walk those heels one at a time, pedaling through, lengthening through the backs of the legs, and then pausing. You're going to take the right leg high, open the hips to the right, drop that foot, the right foot towards the bottom, find openness through the front body. And then that right foot is going to come through the hands. Take a moment just to allow yourself the confidence to move within the hips. The hands are down, you're not going to go anywhere. And then that left hand stays down. Take a twist as you take the gaze up and follow the right hand towards the ceiling. No lazy back legs. Keep pushing through that back heel towards the back wall. That right hand can come all the way behind you to touch the top of that left thigh, rolling that right shoulder back. We're going to drop through that back knee, untuck the toes, bring the hands up towards the ceiling, take a low lunge, lifting through the chin towards the ceiling, lifting through the chest, find space through the back. And then the hands come down. Tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee. Right leg comes back to join left, pedal out the heels. This time round, we're going to take the left leg to the ceiling. Open the hips to the left, drop that left foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes, start to push those hips forward. Find that quad stretch and groin stretch. And then that left foot is going to come through the hands. Hands are down. Find that movement through the hips. Keep the right hand down. We're going to open out through the left side as we bring the hand towards the ceiling, bringing the ribs round. Take the gaze wherever feels good. Push back through that back heel, lifting the back of that knee up towards the ceiling. The back knee is going to come down, untuck the toes, bring the chest round to center, bring both arms up, find a low lunge, draw those pinky fingers in towards one another and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Find that deep stretch through that front hip flexor, lifting through the chin, imagining the chest lifting to the ceiling to find space through the lower back. And then taking the hands down, tuck the toes on the right side, bring the left foot back to join the right, pedal out the heels. Okay, from here we're going to take a hop, step or jump to the top of your mat, doesn't matter how you get there. And we're going to start to roll up vertebrae at a time. Taking your time here, there is no rush. Once we get high, bring the arms up above the head and then bring them all the way back down into your mountain pose. Standing there nice and firmly, feet plugged into the floor. Think about lifting those knees up to find a little bit of strength through the the quads. Glutes are nice and strong. Our core is tucked in, our tailbone under, shoulders are rolled back and down, palms are forward. Take a moment here. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Can you get a longer spine still? Arms are going to come high, reach up nice and tall out of the waist, and then take a forward fold. You can bend through the knees. Take a moment as you plant the chest on top of the thighs. Take a breath here as you sink back slightly. Find the deep stretch through the hamstrings. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the feet. Make a little bit of a frame around the head by taking opposite elbows. If you need to widen the stance a little bit for stability, then do. And just take a slow sway from side to side. Switch the grip out. Take the other grip, the one that you didn't naturally go to because it feels peculiar. Keep checking with the neck that you're not holding tension. And then hands are going to come down. Stack each vertebrae coming all the way up, taking your time. Bring the arms high, reaching up out of the waist. Find length. And then bringing yourself back into a mountain pose. One more time. Nice. Take an inhale, bring the arms high. Take a forward fold, bend through the knees. Plant the thighs to the chest. Take a moment here. We're going to step back, right foot, then left, find a down dog, pedal out the heels. Bring the weight over the hands, find a plank. Glutes are strong. If you need to drop to the knees, then do. We're going to hang out here for a moment. Well, actually 5 of them. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale, bring the weight forward as you lower down, bend through the elbows towards the back of the wall or back of the room and untuck the toes once you're down. We're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. As we take an inhale, we're going to lift the hands. If you feel like you want to bring the feet up too, then you can. We're looking to build some strength in the back. So we take an inhale and then we lower. Really important here to think about lengthening through the spine. So you're really lifting the sternum up towards the top of the mat. And you're squeezing the glutes, pushing through the hips as you come up. And we lower. We'll go for another couple more. As we take an inhale, we're going to lift. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath as we exhale and lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. If you would like to, you can carry on doing that. If you would like to go into bow, you can bring the feet in towards the bottom. Take the hands to the shoelace side of the feet. We're going to roll the shoulder heads back. We want the knees tracking the hips, okay, and the ankles. Everything is aligned. We're going to take an inhale. Same as before, squeeze the glutes. We're going to lift the chest. We're going to push the feet into the hands to just peel the chest up off of the mat. Start to lift the feet just slightly towards the ceiling to get a deeper stretch, or a deeper opening through that front body. Keep breathing. and exhale. One more here as we take an inhale. Push feet to hands, rolling those shoulders back. Keep breathing here, lifting that sternum up towards the top of the mat, find length, and then exhale and lower. Bring the feet back down again. Make a pillow with the hands, rest the forehead down, and then windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Okay, allowing both feet to come flat. We're going to tuck the toes this time. We're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows to the back of the room. Nice and strong through the glutes, through the core. We're going to come up through plank, but you can keep the knees down if you want to. In 3, 2, and 1. Super. Finding your strong plank. Taking a moment here. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees down. We're going to come back into a child's pose. Allow the hands to come away from you. Take a moment here as you think about lengthening through the crown of the head towards the top of the mat, and then draw the arms all the way behind you and allow the palms to be faced up. Maybe a slight rock from side to side as you begin to resettle the body. Okay, slowly, carefully rounding all the way up. From here, just bring those feet out in front of you. Just wiggle your bottom down. And then just lay yourself back out. We're going to finish where we started today. So if you have your cushion or your block or whatever it might be, lay it underneath you. Back where you started, opening up again through that front body. If you've had enough of that, and that is absolutely fine, just find your final resting place, the place where you're really happy to just be. We've got a really nice relaxation for you today. So just settling into the mat, maybe grabbing a jumper, maybe a blanket, maybe a pillow, whatever it might be, just beginning to settle down. Noticing the breath beginning to settle. So we're going to take a journey to the beach today. That's where we're heading. I want you to bring yourself into a comfortable position. Slowly breathing, closing off the eyes, and just inhaling, exhaling. Every time you exhale, think about sinking just a little bit deeper down into the mat. Feeling the chest lift and the body sink with the inhale and the exhale. I'm going to invite you back to the beach, the warmth of summer, the light evenings. I want you to imagine yourself walking barefoot on the beach. Those tiny warm grains of sand, they effortlessly part as your feet press down into the surface. I want you to imagine that sensation. The gentle, salty sea breeze hits your skin. The sun has almost finished its journey in the deep blue sky. You're dressed comfortably. That soft material just falls across the skin. and drenches you and your body. You walk towards the water's edge. The damp sand cools the fragile skin that sits between your toes. The gentle caress of water cools your skin and awakens your body as each wave rolls in. As you continue to walk in further, the breath begins to match the rhythm of the waves. Flows in and it flows out. Flows in and then flows out. You notice an enclosed bay and you head towards it. You find a perfectly peaceful spot to sink into, and that soft sand absorbs you whole. You surrender to it, sinking further down. Your feet, calves, hips, back, and shoulders just melt away, encased by the soft warmth of that smooth, creamy sand. And your eyes gaze towards the blue sky. You notice lonesome clouds effortlessly just drifting across the horizon. And the warmth of the sun rests gently on your skin. You relax, sinking deeper now into the sand, knowing that time is no measure. You have nowhere to be. You absorb into the stillness, the quiet, the peace. You know it is time to start to move. You carefully lift your body, rising to your feet. One step in front of the other as you head back towards the water's edge. And standing, looking out to the horizon, you prepare to bring your awareness back to the wider world, allowing the sounds to start to resonate with you, the smells. The beach will always be here for you. All you simply need to do is close your eyes and be there. Knowing it's time to start to move your body back into the present moment. Start to move through the fingers and through the toes, stretching from one side and then the other. And then when you're ready, there's no rush. Slowly make your way back up to a seated position, and I will be there.